Okay, guys. So, when it comes to the plants, I kind of have a system that's a little unorthodox, just because I don't really have a system. I just start in the corner and work my way around the room.
I wouldn't agree. I feel like that's a part of your system.
I don't have like a starting place for any of them, but it's like this is. It's I just go. I'll start here and then just work my way all around. And I typically leave the orchids for last because those are the ones that I like to give them a little bit more love to because they're sensitive. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, there we have my lovely Cheyenne.
Hey.
All right.
So. I didn't know the camera's on my side. I was looking at you like.
Yeah, it was. So these are the trays that we set out so that we can put our containers, so that we can fill them up with water, and then we can bottom feed. These are just Viva napkins they're cotton and
cotton paper towels.
Yeah, they're cotton infused paper towels
that I wet.
They're moist.
Yeah.
So I love these towels more than Bounty, more than any other thing. I don't really like the other ones. And these are great for the plants because they're not abrasive.
Fibrous. Oh yeah, that too. It's like the in between of a towel and a harsh paper towel. Yeah.
So they're not abrasive. So when you're cleaning the plant and you're like wiping the leaves, it's all good. I'm just gonna move the plant over.
Don't make the light too low.
All right, guys. So let me set this up and then we'll get started. All right, guys, and here we have Thomas. This is our corn plant.
Corn plant.
Yep, that's what they're called, a corn plant.
Does it produce corn?
I don't think so, but I think it's related to the corn.
Is there any tips that you have for wiping the leaves? Like, is there an efficient way to do this?
Start from the base and work your way down. So like you
start
from here
and work your way
and
down.
then just pull and you just flow your way down.
Okay.
Start from here, all the way down, and then do the tops first and then the bottom. So as you guys can see, that's a brand new leaf right there. And then look, open it up. So this is one passing. And that came off already, so. Okay, so while Cheyenne's doing that, I'm gonna set up and start filling these up so I can start bringing the plants in. All right, guys, so this is one of the calatheas that we were talking about. As you can see, this is typically how all the leaves would stand up. On a regular, they'd be standing up just like this, all of them. But because they're thirsty, and I love this plant so much because look, her new leaves always come out with pink stripes. And then as they get bigger and older, they kind of fade away. But you can tell she's a little thirsty because, well, these are dead already. But she won't release these. She won't let them go because...
She's going to.
Literally.
She's like, mine. Yeah, orchids are super sensitive. Orchids and succulents.
Yeah. So, we're just going to show you guys how I pretty much water and give these babies some love. And we have a lot of plants. Last time I checked, it was in the 50 range. And we haven't I haven't wiped them down in a while. So I know I'm looking at Thomas over there, which is one of our biggest ones, and he could use a wipe down. Watering.
I want to wipe.
Okay.
I've always wanted to wipe.
Who do you want to start with? I would suggest starting off with Thomas. Thomas is that guy right in the corner. He's one of the biggest plants that we have. He's a corn plant, and he's pretty healthy. He just needs a nice little wipe down. He gets water all the time.
He'd be like the third one.
He's literally like... Thomas is literally one of those plants that doesn't really care too much. He's just
super chill, which is interesting because at first when we got Thomas, he had a little bit of negative bad vibes. And it was like so dense. Like it would be to a point where it would be like, I think he just wanted like attention. Honestly, like people are like, what? Like probably like, what are you talking about? But it was like when you walked past him, it felt like it was like this heaviness like around it. It had a density, and then once he got acclimated, he fit right in. He's like a personality of the room now.
Yeah. He just takes up, that's his corner, and he just kind of lives there and he thrives. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I thought he was gonna give me issues because he has to be rotated every now and again. But
we do need to rotate him today, actually.
Yeah.
He's
doing pretty good. He's been pumping out leaves.
He has.
Steadily.
Very happy.
One of the ways that we do our watering here is through bottom watering. So we'll put them in like a little container, in a large container actually, and then we'll put a couple of them inside of there. and add some water, and then they kind of just take up from the bottom as much water as they want, and they leave what they don't. That way I don't overwater them because I have a bad habit of doing that.
A little too much love sometimes.
Yeah, because sometimes what'll happen is like the topsoil will dry out and then the bottom soil is completely wet, and then you water it thinking it's dry, and then she dies.
When it's on the thirstier side, it'll be like a little wimpy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I noticed even with like snake plants, when they're thirsty, they'll actually get less firm.
They
like,
kind of limp.
They start to limp. Yeah, they're like, water.
We'll show you. There's a couple of plants that they're like...
Are dramatic.
The calatheas, every calathea I have is dramatic.
So dramatic.
Talk
about it. What do you mean by dramatic?
Dramatic in the sense that they're sensitive. I don't know how else to put them. They're sensitive. Like if you don't give them enough light or you don't give them enough sun, the leaves start to crumple up and die, and go sad. And
they really do. It's like they're kind of doing it right now. Actually, we might be able to show you what they look like afterwards if we have enough like time in the day, or maybe. I don't know. I don't want to promise that, just in case we can't do it.
Later on, we'll take afterwards.
The leaves will be like, so they'll start off like pretend like this is like the stem, like the neck, and then this is the leaf, right? They'll be like this, right, on a normal day, and then when they're thirsty, they'll be like this. And it's so like all of them is
legit. That one and the what's it called? The Chinese peace lily.
Mm-hmm.
So the peace lily is so dramatic.
So the dramatic one of them all. The most dramatic one of them all. She be like.
Like all the leaves will just start to go down. It's be like.
But as soon as you give her water, she be like.
You called?
Like you loved me, you nourished me.
You remembered me now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm present.
I'm present. Before I thought you didn't care about me, but now I'm present. Like, yes.
Alright guys, and here we have our prayer hands, right? And this is another like a calathea, just like that one over there. But this one has just been growing exponentially, and as you can see, all of those have to be trimmed down, and all of those dead pieces have to be trimmed out, like all of that. That all gets trimmed out. That's telling me that it's not getting enough sunlight on this side, and that's why you have that going on. So she's our little beautiful baby.
That soil smells really good too. She's nourished. She's doing great.
I think she got burned last week. Or last month.
Okay. Makes sense. Well, she smells pretty good for last week.
Technically, we could propagate her.
I'm listening.
Like right here. Literally just cut that stem.
Okay. We will cut it down here, alright? And then another node.
You can there. And then that's one, that's two, and those are all.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta swap out the propagation station anyway. They're about ready to be done. Ah.
Our little Chinese money plant is just sprouting up new babies. So they said that this is an invasive plant species, but she's just invaded our hearts.
That's accurate. She's so cute. And the best part about her is we can give the babies away for gifts.
We have.
Have we?
I think so.
I think to Jalissa. I don't know. No, she got a snake. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, she got a snake. She got a small snake.
It was a snake plant for the air.
Yeah.
That's right.
She has low light.
Low light helps with the air quality. It was a good fit for her.
For den start. And that snake plant up there. Yeah, let's bring it down. Oh yeah, your light.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's big now.
Ah.
He used to be this size. You got like literally right here, both leaves. Like, okay.
He's big time now.
This is basically near the sun, facing the sun.
No, it's facing the back, but it's facing to absorb the sunlight.
Yeah. Okay. Because they don't need sun, right? But I'm like,
No.
there's definitely a size difference happening here. They start around the same size.
My guy Roger. Yes, I named him Roger. He's a spiky little troll.
Are all Rogers trolls?
No,
No offense, all Rogers out there.
I don't think so. He was a troll because he kept playing me.
Oh yeah, he was playing dead a few times.
Yeah.
He definitely did do that.
So, I really want to kind of put him in that corner, but I'm not going to do that.
He just wants to make sure that bite on the side. We had a good conversation. Looks like a green. Oh, you play something?
Yeah.
Oi! Sorry, twice.
Alrighty guys, sorry about that. My battery was acting funny, so now we're back. Look at these beautiful ladies.
How was he placed over here? I thought being smushed.
I'll adjust them in a minute. And it's weird. Plants get excited when they're around other plants.
They definitely do. They sing to each other. Especially orchids. Orchids definitely sing to each other. They remind me of the Harry Potter movie.
This is a little orchid corner. Here's my Alaska fish fertilizer. No, I didn't get it because I'm Alaskan. I got it because it was at Home Depot. Alright, and so let's add some water into our container and then just start pouring them over. And we should be ready to go. Sweeps. On the floor. All right, guys. So here we have snake plant fed. All the girls here are being fed. Orchids sprayed. Cheyenne's wiping down fig. Looking outstanding over there. Good job, babe.
Oh, thank you.
Monstera is gonna get wiped down next. All these girls are gonna start to head back, and as you can see, this is why I have the trays, because they do drip. And if you don't believe, that is drip water.
That's what Francis calls peeing.
Yeah, so I'll say that the girls are peeing, and Cheyenne understands that.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I call it peeing, because look.
That's a part of it, yeah. But that's
It
what
literally
fertilizer
looks like
water.
pee.
Not all the time.
90% of the time it comes out with like tinted a certain color.
Interesting. I haven't
But that's
noticed
because of the soil.
Right. I just haven't. That's why I'm like, I haven't noticed that part.
Oh, your mama love you. Look at you. You was not shining like this before.
Shining.
Look at you. But I gotta do a little bit better with the water.
I want to get
That you see the leaf, the one that's coming up.
Yeah,
You
that's
see how
what's
it's
working.
spotted?
Yeah.
That's called edema.
So can you explain to us what edema is? I was just about to ask you because I remember you told me about it before.
So edema, those little spots that you guys see right in there, that just means that the plant isn't getting enough water. So it's like the cells, they kind of
Like dilate.
Yeah. So
Or
if you guys look at the
constrict.
leaf, like it's just a series of cells and cells within cells. And so that's what they are. So when they don't get enough water, they kind of fracture out.
It's like lungs when they can't breathe enough.
Literally.
That's interesting. I like that. Everything is everything.
That's kind of a sign for me to give her some more water. And I'll show you what happens. So these leaves right here, these three, those suffered from underwatering. So as you can see, the leaves never fully opened up. And if you look closely, where are you? Come here. You can see some of those brown spots that never healed. While on these, they do heal up.
That's so interesting.
And then they grow.
Some of them did. Some of them were repairable. That's for sure.
And so by giving her plenty of water, giving her nice sunlight, she just continues to thrive on her own. So it's just little things that you can notice to avoid bigger issues.
Absolutely. Symptomatic visuals.
Oh, that sun is hitting. Look at you, glowing.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I'm here for this. Yes.
Why, thank you.
The boyfriend and the photographer in me right now is excited. Keep it up. This sun is hitting, yes.
Look at that.
When that sun hit,
it
hit. So this has pretty much been the vlog for today. It's a quick one, nothing exciting. We're just taking care of plants at home, which, if you don't mind, they make us feel good.
We also appreciate, no, of course I don't mind that. We also appreciate you joining us in this because the more we do and the more we vlog, the more efficient we even become in our own lives. Everything's married together. So it's nice. It's nice. We get to have you guys be our accountability partners, and you get to be a part of our tribe, and we get to converse with you and see how you're doing and read your comments. So it's been very nice. So thank you for joining us today with our plant reciprocity video.
Before we go, I do have one question. I do want to do one thing before we go.
Okay.
I do want to show them our favorite plant. You pick your favorite, I pick mine.
You have a favorite plant?
Technically, I do.
What is it? Who is it?
Roger.
Okay, that's fair. They do have a story with the two of them. They do have a story.
So this little guy and I have been together since, I want to say, this was the second plant that I ever got. The first plant was an aloe plant, like a straight up aloe, and it did not make it. It was Bertha. She was beautiful, she was big, she would go outside, she would come inside.
She was the mother to all the plants. I think she was like the mama bear before. I think Tomas is like the papa bear now. I don't know how that happened. Tomas? I feel like he leads them in a way. I don't know why, I don't know how, but like he like, I think that's why he was so big until he like assimilated here, and then he was like, all right, now y'all my children. Like,
Kinda, yeah.
Bertha had root rot. And she was the mother and the contributor to inspiring Francis to want to get more plants.
My mother had gotten that plant, I don't know when, and so she had nurtured it, and it had been here for years. And so I took over it once my mother left, and yeah, that was this apartment's, I would consider that plant like this apartment's livelihood. Like every time something went wrong, or like there was something that plumbing went down, the plant would be like,
she responded. Yeah, she
like
felt
she would
it.
get sad, and you could see like the limbs, like the aloe leaves just kind of dim down. And then this was one of the other ones that came right after that time, and so I named him Roger, and Roger almost died on me.
Well, there's a story behind that, right? Because technically he did and he didn't. You want to tell him about that?
Roger died.
Okay.
Roger also got root rot.
Mm-hmm.
I got overzealous and I overfed him, and I gave him a little bit too much water, and he got root rot. So I started doing some research, and I realized, oh, it's a succulent. You're not supposed to give it water like that.
Yeah.
So I stopped giving it
Which
water.
we found out together. Yeah, that was new information together, yeah. Also, the part of the story what I wanted to clip onto was the fact that he had one leaf left.
Yeah.
This formed from one leaf because he was so root rotten.
And so as you can see how much he started to thrive just in his own little home and environment. He doesn't bother anybody. He just sits out and pretty much chills on his own.
He's loved.
And so like from all the plants that I've ever owned, Roger is the OG.
All right, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you. Oh, say bye. Oh, and boom.
So this right here, that's part of Roger. This is my little succulent garden, which is never happy because I don't know how to take care of succulents.